The message came at 6:42 p.m. The girls need company. Don't wait up. I read it twice. Not because I didn't understand it, but because I finally did. The house was quiet. Too quiet for a man who'd been married 12 years. The kind of quiet that hums before a storm. I stared at her words while the ice in my glass melted. She had grown careless. Lately, casual, like betrayal was just another errand to run between Pilates and brunch. The girls. She thought I didn't know. But I had known for months. We weren't always like this. There was a time when she used to trace circles on my chest and tell me I was her safest place. We built this house together, picked the floors, argued over paint shades, laughed when we couldn't assemble the dining table. I funded her boutique when it was nothing but a dream and an Instagram page. I stayed late at work so she wouldn't have to. We had a rhythm once, predictable, warm. Then the rhythm changed. Late nights became wine tastings. Weekends turned into girl therapy. Her phone tilted away from me like it carried state secrets. I didn't accuse her, I observed. Because when someone is lying, they reveal more than they intend. The first crack appeared in a reflection. She was texting at the kitchen island one night. I saw his name in the stainless steel refrigerator door. Not fully, just enough. Adrian. No emoji, no disguise, just bold. She smiled at the screen in a way she hadn't smiled at me in years. That's when the pain stopped being pain and became strategy. I didn't confront her. I installed cameras instead. Small, legal, discreet, my house, my rules. I hired a private investigator the following week. Paid extra for urgency. Within 10 days, I had photos, timestamps, hotel receipts. His address. Adrian wasn't just some random man. He was married too. And sloppy. They used the same boutique hotel every Thursday. Same room. Same parking spot in the underground garage. Predictable people are easy to dismantle. While she played pretend, I restructured everything. Moved liquid assets into a trust. Consulted a divorce attorney known for surgical precision. Updated my will. Closed the joint credit line. Patience is power, and I had plenty. Tonight wasn't random. It was the anniversary of the day we bought this house. She forgot. I didn't. At 6:55 p.m., my phone buzzed again. Don't wait up. I smiled. I drove to the boutique hotel garage. I parked across from his car. I waited. When they stepped out of the elevator, she was laughing. Head tilted back. Hand on his chest. Comfortable. Intimate. Careless. I took one photo. Clear, bright, unmistakable. Her face turned toward him. His hand resting low on her back. The hotel logo glowing behind them like a signature. I didn't approach. I didn't shout. I simply sent it. Recognize? 7 minutes. That's how long it took. 7 minutes from confidence to collapse. At 7:12 p.m., my front door flew open. She was breathless. Mascara bleeding down her cheeks. Shoes in her hand like she'd run through gravel. Please, she said before I could speak. I remained seated. Calm. Still. Adrian must have watched her unravel in that parking lot. I imagine he didn't chase her. Men like him rarely do. You followed me? She asked, voice shaking. No, I said evenly. I waited. Silence swallowed the room. Then came the excuses. The classic ones. It didn't mean anything. I was lonely. I was going to tell you. Lies always arrive dressed as confessions. I slid a manila folder across the table. Hotel receipts. Printed photos. Phone logs. A copy of the divorce filing already stamped and dated. Her hands trembled as she flipped through it. You planned this, she whispered. Yes. That word hit her harder than anything else. Because this wasn't rage. This was execution. The next morning was worse for her. I had already sent the same photo to Adrian's wife. With the same caption. Recognize? I'm not cruel. I believe in symmetry. By noon, his wife had contacted my attorney. By 3, his company, where workplace morality clauses are taken, seriously, had been notified anonymously. Consequences move quickly when evidence is clean. The confrontation wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. She sat across from me in the lawyer's office, smaller somehow. The woman who once walked through rooms like she owned them now avoided eye contact. You're destroying everything, she said softly. I looked at her. No, I replied. You did. The prenup she once laughed at saved me millions. The trust secured my investments. The house mine. Her boutique? Technically funded by me. Legally reclaimable. She hadn't prepared for war. She thought she was sneaking through a garden. 3 months later, the divorce was finalized. Adrian moved out of state. His wife kept the house. My ex rents a condo now, smaller, quieter. I heard the boutique is struggling without my capital injections. That isn't revenge. That's gravity. Sometimes I replay that moment in the parking garage. Her smile. Her certainty. She thought I was the oblivious husband at home waiting for leftovers. What she didn't understand is that silence isn't weakness. It's reconnaissance. When she texted, "The girls need company. Don't wait up," she believed she was dismissing me. Instead, she triggered the countdown. 7 minutes. That's all it took for her world to collapse. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I documented. I calculated. I dismantled. And when she finally stood in front of me, tear-streaked, shaking, afraid, I felt something unexpected. Not anger. Not heartbreak. Relief. Because betrayal loses its power the moment you stop reacting and start planning. She wanted company. Now she has it. Just not mine.